Got a real nice one for y'all today. This is my wife, Tiny Tactical's P210 Carry Custom Works. Really beautiful gun. Really nice. This is probably not one, and it's considered a carry because of the size, but probably not one you're going to want to really consider to carry because of how nice it looks. And the more you carry and handle a gun and you know, shoot it and take to the range, do all this, and they're going to get wear and tear. This is one of the few that I think that we have that I would say is more of a collector's piece, conversation piece, or you know, or however you want to say it. It's a really nice looking gun. So we're gonna get into the unboxing and we'll see how it shoots, if it's as good as it looks and all that good stuff. First thing I want to notice is this case. It's a really upgraded case, and I guess because it's custom work, so they got to really throw all the extra bells and whistles on there. This is like an actual suitcase combination, and I can't remember the name of the maker. But it's really nice, awesome case. And you guys can see here, beautiful pistol. Again, this is the P210 Custom Works Carry, or P210 Carry Custom Works. Really nice. And just talking about the case, I know some people are like, who cares about the case? But this is it's a special case. It's really nice, and for the price you're paying on these custom works, I do appreciate the upgrades. This is a Negrini, I guess how you pronounce it, Negrini. This looks like this is in Italy. Case, so it's a combination case, really nice and fancy. So what you get in the box, of course, your manual, you get your custom carry certification, some stickers, 6 Sauer stickers, register, all that good stuff. Man, really nice case. It's kind of like velvet velour up here, and then of course you get your custom cutout foam, but you get 3 8-round mags. That's pretty cool. A lot of times you usually get 2. More of the competition guns, you start to get 3 or 4. You get your live free or die custom works coin, SIG custom collector's coin, pretty cool. Chamber flag goes in the chamber. We've already shot this and did that part of the review. We're going to piece this together, so if you see some wear on it or whatever, we've already shot this. So now we're just doing the unboxing. We were at the ranch and took it to the range when we got back, so we're able to take advantage of the shooting first. So yeah, let's go ahead and clear all this up. So let's check it out. First things first, let me go ahead and clear it. As you can see there, nothing in the chamber, nice and empty. Got some carbon. Like I said, we've already shot it for the review part. We'll do some trigger pull gauges on that here in a minute. But let's go ahead and talk about the pistol itself, man. Let's just look at it. It's a beauty to me. I mean, the way these grips, and these are rosewood grips, the wood grain grips, look really nice. The engraving, I know I've seen some people do reviews on this and they're like, it's a little girly. It kind of is, right? It's kind of got these little wing feathery looking things, engraving, kind of scroll work. But I mean, to me, I don't think I've ever used this word, but this just looks very elegant. Like, this is what I could see like a lady James Bond carrying. This is slick, like really slick. So Tiny really fell in love with it, and she was hoping it shot as good as it looks. And spoiler alert, it shot pretty damn good, and you guys will see that in the footage if you want to just fast forward to the accuracy and the range review. But let's get right into it. Let's go from top to bottom. Let's talk about this slide. As you guys can see, it's almost got that chrome finish. It's a high polished DLC, right? That diamond light coating finish. That's why you're getting that nice, beautiful sheen, that nice chrome look. Man, really nice. The engraving work, nice little details in that. I know it's not everybody's cup of tea. You probably want to see some skulls or something like that, but just really nice work. And again, for this custom works, they really did go all out. You can tell with the quality they put into these pistols. It's really nice. So you got your high polished DLC. Of course, no optic cut, but they did throw in the night sights, the tritium night sights, so that's always good for the upgraded iron sights on here. And you guys can see that there. Really nice sights. It's kind of hard to focus. Let me see if I can get it real quick. There we go. It's really nice. So nice night sights there for you guys. Go ahead and get into all the dimensions. The barrel is 4.1 inches, so it's kind of deceiving. It looks like it's a carry pistol, kind of small. Like 365, I mean, that's a 3.1 inch barrel in the non-XL version. So this is a 4.1. I've seen some competition guns with the 4-inch barrel. So the looks can be deceiving with this pistol. It's got a 4.1 inch barrel. It's a carbon steel barrel. The overall length on this guy is 7.1 inches. The width is about 1.5. So I know some of our little micro 9s are about an inch, just slightly over an inch. So this is 1.5. Not too bulky, not too thin, kind of right in the middle for a carry gun. You know, it's in the title, right? The P210 Carry. It's a nice, decent width, and it's a single stack, so they were able to kind of thin that out a little bit. The height of 5.3 inches, and the weight, because it is a steel frame, it's what is it, 32 ounces? Is it 34? 32 ounces or something like that. I'm sure I'll have it on the graphic correct. We have some really nice serrations here. It's a little stiff, but again, we only have, I think, maybe 150 rounds to this so far. So I'm assuming this will lighten up. So that initial pull, it is a little stiff there. But these little serrations, you can grip them. It's not like it's horrible or anything like that. It is a little tight, but maybe with more of a braking period, this will get a little bit smoother. You do gotta get a good grip on it. If you pull on it lightly, you see like my hands are already, it kind of struggles. But if you just, you know, throw some manpower or some woman power behind it, I don't want to offend anybody, it'll slide easily. It'll rack real easily. Nice trigger. So you got some more serrations back here. You got about 3 up here and about 6 or 7 back here. It is hammer fired, obviously, as you can see. So we did our dimensions. Let's get down to the steel frame and let's get to the controls. So this one is manual safety. I don't think they have a non-manual. Then you got your slide catch, slide release, your mag button here. I kind of like where this safety is at. Let's engage that. I mean, you can see it's a really nice, stiff, audible manual safeties. I've seen some safeties that are kind of flimsy, but I kind of like it. I'm assuming this is their intention. It kind of has like a groove all the way through, and it kind of curves back up like a little lip on this side. I really like that because if you get a high grip on it, it provides, you know, a little lever for you to get your thumb on there, to rest on there. So that's what I really do like about that versus like a flush button and you just kind of manipulate it and have to kind of turn your hand in. So this does have a really smooth little area where you can just get on that where it's supposed to be, and you just kind of ride that little safety right there. I really like that. Same thing with the slide catch or slide release. And, see, it's a little stiff. It kind of sticks out here a little bit, protrudes, and I like those. I don't like the flush ones because I got kind of bigger hands, bigger thumbs. So you can engage it really, really easily. Drop that. I like that. I like the extensions of these, really easy to use and manipulate. And then you got your mag release. As you can see, it's got your little grooves in here. And I think it is a little metal button. It's not plastic. But I have a larger hand, so I can really engage that really easily. And I like this beaver tail. This beaver cut back here, it does protrude a little bit long. So if you have a bigger hand, even our smaller hand, you can really get in there, and it comes back here enough so you can really get under that recoil there a little bit and be able to handle that on your frame. Really, really nice. I like that. I like those extended beaver tails. I'm not a hammer fire kind of guy, but I know those usually come with these larger beaver tails here, and I really like this one on this one. You have your trigger, which is nickel coated, and this is single action only. You got your checkering, pyramid checkering in the front. You got more pyramid checkering here on the grip itself. And then you have your rosewood grips. I mean, these are really, really nice. This is like a touch of like classic with modern. The way these grooves are here just gives it a really modern, sleek look to it. It's really, really nice, beautiful pistol, and I don't really say that about a lot. But the mag release, I can engage it without coming off my grip. And again, it comes with 3 magazines, 3 8-rounders. These are steel mags. So as you can see, I'm here and I don't really have to come off grip. So I really like that because it's got a really thin profile that allows you to really wrap your hands around it. And I have larger hands here, and I still have space to get my support hand on here because it's not a micro, it's a carry, so it's a little bit bigger than a micro. Some of the micros, my hand is already kind of like way up here and doesn't leave much room, so it's kind of hard to really control the smaller guns. But this is like a perfect size pistol, man. Like I'm up here at the top as high as can be, and I still have space to get my support hand on there quite nicely, to be honest with you. So this is a really good size gun. So overall, man, if you look at this gun, it is really, really nice. Again, that trigger is nickel coated. So let's get some trigger pulls with the gauge. All right, so we got our gauge here. I think I need to get a new one. I hate working this thing. Let's see. Let's get about 4 or 5 of these pulls. see what we're looking at. Trying to get a good space on these curved triggers. I kind of hate doing that. So we got 311.3 on that one. Really nice. I was expecting actually a little bit higher, but it does feel soft. 310.9. 8.2. It is a soft trigger. Get that ready. 315.9. 1.5 on that one. So our average is 312.8. So a sub 4 pound trigger. It feels really, really nice. It really does. Let's take a look at that. That's it. That's the pre-travel, which is not much at all. And with these, I mean, it's 1911 style, the single stack, and the trigger, it doesn't have the flat trigger like a lot of the 1911s, but it's a hammer fire single stack, kind of works the same way. There's always usually not a whole lot of pre-travel, but that's it right there. And let's see, that's a hard wall. Let's see if there's any sponginess there. There's a little bit of uptake right there. So you have this little initial wall, and then you have a secondary press. And I've stopped applying pressure. Now I'm gonna go ahead and pull some pressure there, and it goes right off. That's nice. So you kind of feel, let's try that again. You feel that little squishiness there to that secondary wall, and you feel it. It's not very hard because if I press just a little bit more, it goes off. So let's take a look. So you have that little pre-travel there, which is almost non-existent, and then you have that little bit of mush right there, just that, and you can kind of feel it come to a stop. Not a hard stop, and then your secondary press, bam, goes off. Let's take a look at the reset. That's it. Very short reset. No, I did it. I'm tripping. There we go. I thought that was it. Nice. Let's take a look one more time. I hear that click, and I thought that was the reset. So the reset kind of goes all the way back to there, right? They have that initial little pre-travel. It comes all the way back to that initial wall before the mush. And then again, there's that little bit of mush there, and then it hits a secondary wall, and then bang. Really, really nice trigger. Like, once you know that little wall is there, and you get there, it is super light. I mean, it's almost like that, almost 10 ounces, whatever, 3 pound, almost 4 pound trigger is almost as initial to the wall. Once you get there, it's like, man, that feels like a 2 pound, sub 2 pound pull right there. You just boom the rest of the way. Really, really nice gun. So let's go ahead and take a look at the accuracy. Let's see how it shoots and how it went. And you guys can decide for yourselves, and we'll come back with our final thoughts. We got our first shots with the SIG Custom Works carry, the P210. First shots out of the box, not one single round out of it yet.
Soft.
So how'd that feel?
Pretty good. I had to get the feel for it. The kick, what it's going to be, it's actually really soft. Pretty accurate from what you can see once I figured out what I was, how to really hold it and my grip and where it needed to be.
And how was the recoil? You didn't really feel it? It was real soft shooting?
Yeah, it was real soft shooting. It actually feels a lot like my P226.
The Legion?
So, yeah, the Legion. So I'm really can't wait to compare the two.
All right, we're gonna have our second mag straight out of the box. Let's see how that feels. How's that recoil with the second mag? Super soft or hard?
The recoils, no, it is super soft. There is not much recoil at all. There is a slight muzzle rise.
Let's see how. So talk me through your shots here.
So
they're all in the alpha zone.
Yeah, I stayed within the alpha zone. I realized one, I didn't have a tight enough grip on the gun whenever this one threw. The rest, I tried to stay within the same grouping, at least as closely as possible.
All right, my first shot's with the P210 Custom Works. I never shot a P210, much less this one. So we'll see how it goes. We're at about 8 yards, 24 feet. Let's see how it feels. Pretty soft shooter. It's got a little kick, but nothing that once you get used to it. Let's check it out. The sights are shooting a little high and right, as you can tell by my grouping. So my point of aim was here, so they're going a little high and right at 24 feet. It's about 3 inches, but I just kind of stayed with my point of aim, so it's a really good group. I would say most of these are within an inch, maybe an inch and a quarter, and then it kind of, this was my very first shot, and then it kind of spreads out here maybe closer to 2 inches, but really nice grouping here, and really nice soft shooter. So how's that feel in your hand?
Feels good. Still a little more kick than what I'm expecting. I guess I expect a softer shooter, but it's not bad. I do really like it. I've just got to get used to the gun.
Well, these top ones are pretty good. These are all pretty much fist size almost. Yeah, so this is like a little 6-inch steel plate, right? Like those other guys that'd be dinging every time. We're just gonna reel off these 8 real quick, and we are using 147 flat nose. So I'm just gonna reel off 8 of them to see how it feels. Not really trying to stay within a tight group too much. Almost flinched. Man, really soft shooter, and let's take a look at it. I wasn't going super rapid, but it's really easy to get back on target. Again, my point of aim is here. The sights are a little off, top up and right, but really got nice tight shooting, just kind of going at a quicker speed. How's that feel going a little quicker? Does it get back on for you?
Yeah, it actually gets back on. I actually do a little better.
Yeah, I noticed other than that one. Yeah, not bad. Going a little faster there. A little wider than my fist on these two, but all these are my fist size, so that's pretty good.
That's still really good considering.
Yeah, you're going a little quicker.
Quicker, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good shot, Tiny Tactical.
Not too bad.
With the 210, we're going to try the first 2 mags, 21 feet. So first 2 mags, it's shooting a little left, but I didn't want to change my point of impact so we can look at that grouping. Looks like the majority of them, outside of maybe 4 shots out of the 14 or 15, it's a nice 1.5 inch group right here. One of this whole box is blown out. So that's the first 2 mags. Brass in the eye. Really good. It's about 2.5 inches apart, maybe 2. Nice and tight, 1.5. So really. So about 2 inches here, right at the top. Maybe a little too fast. Spread out, but still on target. A little bit wider. I was going a little faster. And then I kind of slow down here a little bit. Maybe brought them a little closer, about maybe 2.5 inches. So really good on doubles, not too bad once you practice against the first time really shooting a gun. All right, guys, so we're back. You guys see the footage for yourselves. My final thoughts. The gun itself, I mean, it's a SIG Custom Works. You can see that they put the extra care and the extra quality in it. Beautiful gun, really good quality. I mean, it is nice. To my fit, guys, larger hands. You saw in the video, I get perfect purchase on it. No issues whatsoever. No mag extension needed or anything like that to get a really good grip on it. For you women shooters, very, very soft, or even people, you know, weak wrists or anything like that. Trouble with recoil. You saw Tiny herself in her own words and her shooting it. You saw some of the slow-mo recoil action. Really, really nice soft shooter. If you guys shot a 226 Legion and kind of just staying with the SIG family, comparable almost to that. It's a really soft gun, soft shooting gun, and I would expect that, right, with this price point. I think around, you can probably find these anywhere from 1,000 to 1,300, I think, or maybe a little bit more. I can't remember. But for the price and the fact that it's a Custom Works pistol, I'd expect this, you know, to be almost flawless and of great quality, and it really, really is. You can see the love behind it. It's shot very, very accurate and soft. I think at 15 feet, 5 yards, it was almost dead on in the bullseyes where I was aiming. Once you push it out to 21 feet and then even 30 feet, it started to go a little high and right. I mean, maybe by an inch or two. So if you're trying to shoot, you know, dead eye bullseyes, it was just off. But if you're, you know, self-defense or just for a good point and shoot, I mean, it was in the area, right? 2 to 3 inches off is this much. If you're aiming for freaking Robin Hood bullseyes or something like that, you know, I don't know any gun that's gonna do that consistently. But the further it went out, it was off a little bit. So once you get to shooting it and you know your point of impact, I mean, everybody knows you can adjust to that, right? The further it goes, aim a little left and lower a little bit, and then you'd probably be hitting exactly where you're hitting. So you could definitely make that adjustment, because as you saw, I kept my point of aim when I was out at the ranch. I kept my point of aim the same, and that little grouping was super tight. So if I would have tried to adjust and change my grouping, I would have just aimed a little lower and hit my point of aim. It would have been right on there. So really soft shooter, nice and accurate, just well made. I can't say more about it. If you guys have any questions or comments or anything like that, put it down below. Don't forget Instagram. You can follow me there under Phat Tactical. I think it's Phat_Tactical. Easier way to communicate and message there more than the YouTube. But I try to reply to all the comments as much as possible. Appreciate you guys as always. And until next time.